Jaden Daniels is lighting it up as a rookie quarterback in the NFL, making waves and breaking records. But did you know that this rising star almost never made it onto the football field at all? Born and raised in San Bernardino, California, Jaden faced enormous challenges from a young age, including doubts about his size and ability. His story is not just one of athletic prowess. It's a testament to resilience, determination, and the power of believing in oneself against all odds. How did this slender kid, once deemed too fragile to play, transform into a record-breaking quarterback? Join me as we dive deep into the incredible journey of Jaden Daniels, exploring the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Jaden's journey began in San Bernardino, California, a city that is often overshadowed by its struggles. With a population of around 216,000, San Bernardino has long been known for its economic hardships, gang activity, and high crime rates. For young athletes like Jaden, opportunities to rise above these challenges were rare. Many talented players never got the chance to showcase their skills due to the tough environment, but Jaden was determined to defy the odds. From an early age, his family played a crucial role in shaping his love for football. His father, a former college football player at Iowa State, recognized Jaden's potential and encouraged him to pursue the sport. He taught Jaden the fundamentals of the game, emphasizing not only physical skills, but also the importance of mental toughness and discipline. His mother, equally supportive, made sure he stayed focused on both academics and athletics, ensuring he had a solid foundation to build upon. However, despite having a supportive family, Jaden faced significant challenges when he first tried out for the high school football team. At the time, he was undersized compared to other players, weighing just 128 pounds. His slender frame raised concerns among the coaching staff, who worried about his ability to withstand the physicality of the sport. Before he could even step onto the field, he was required to get medical clearance, a daunting process that tested his resilience. The first doctor Jaden visited refused to sign off on his participation, citing the high risk of injury due to his small size. For many young athletes, this kind of rejection could have been a breaking point, a moment where they decided to walk away from the game. But Jaden was different. He refused to accept defeat. Determined to prove he was capable of playing, he sought out another doctor who, after seeing his persistence and passion, eventually cleared him to compete. With that major hurdle behind him, Jaden finally had his chance to step onto the field at Cajon High School. Though still undersized compared to his peers, he quickly proved that size wasn't everything. His speed, agility, and football IQ set him apart. He was no longer just the skinny kid trying to fit in. He was a game changer. His ability to read plays, anticipate movements, and outmaneuver defenders made him a valuable asset to the team. But it wasn't just his physical talents that made Jaden special. His relentless work ethic separated him from the rest. While others were content with simply showing up for practice, Jaden went the extra mile. He spent countless hours outside of scheduled training sessions, working on his footwork, improving his route running, and studying film to gain a deeper understanding of the game. His commitment to self-improvement became evident to his coaches and teammates, earning him respect in the locker room. Jaden's efforts paid off almost immediately. As a freshman, he played a key role in helping his team reach the playoffs, a feat that hadn't been accomplished in years. His performances on the field silenced any remaining doubts about his abilities. What started as an uphill battle against size limitations and skepticism had now turned into a promising high school career. The challenges he faced in his early years served as the foundation for the player he was becoming. Every setback fueled his determination, and every doubter only made him work harder. What started as a simple love for football had now turned into something much greater, a relentless pursuit of greatness that would soon put him on the radar of college scouts and football fans everywhere. Jaden's rise from an undersized underdog to one of the most electrifying high school quarterbacks in California was nothing short of remarkable. By the time he entered his sophomore year, he was no longer just another player on the field. He was a force to be reckoned with. That season was a defining moment in his young career. He led Cajon High School with a mix of skill, leadership, and an unwavering drive to win. His performances became must-watch events, drawing fans, reporters, and even college scouts to his games. What set Jaden apart wasn't just his ability to make plays, it was how he made them. His passes were sharp and precise, threading the needle between defenders with pinpoint accuracy. His ability to read defenses allowed him to anticipate plays before they unfolded, making him a nightmare for opposing teams. And when he wasn't throwing the ball, he was using his speed and agility to evade tackles, turning broken plays into highlight reel moments. As his junior year arrived, Jayden had fully embraced his role as the leader of the team. The expectations were higher than ever, but instead of feeling pressure, he thrived on it. That year, he delivered a historic season, leading Cajon High School to a California Interscholastic Federation (CIF) championship, one of the most prestigious titles in high school football. His numbers were staggering. Over 2,500 passing yards and 30 total touchdowns, statistics that cemented him as one of the top quarterbacks in the state. But beyond the stats, it was his presence on the field that made the difference. Jayden wasn't just a talented player, he was a field general. His confidence was contagious, and his teammates fed off his energy. Whether the team was down by 2 touchdowns or on the verge of victory, he remained composed, rallying his squad with a belief that they could always win. His leadership extended beyond the field, too. He was the first one at practice and the last one to leave. He studied film relentlessly, looking for any edge he could gain. He pushed himself harder than anyone, setting a standard that inspired those around him to do the same. His success had a ripple effect beyond the team. The entire San Bernardino community took notice. Cajon High School, once just another program in a football-rich state, had suddenly become a powerhouse. The stands were packed every Friday night. Local kids who once had little hope of making it big in sports now saw Jayden as proof that anything was possible. He became a role model, a living testament that hard work and perseverance could lead to greatness, even in the face of adversity. But despite his growing list of accolades, there were still doubters. At 6 feet and just under 180 pounds, he didn't have the towering frame that many college recruiters looked for in a quarterback. Scouts admired his skills but questioned whether he could compete against bigger, stronger players at the collegiate level. Some recruiters hesitated, wondering if his high school dominance would translate to the next stage. Jayden, however, didn't let the doubts faze him. He had been overlooked before. He had been told he was too small before. He had faced obstacles that could have made him quit, but he never did. Instead, he doubled down on his training. He spent extra hours in the gym, building strength and durability. He fine-tuned his mechanics, making sure his throwing motion was as efficient as possible. He worked with private coaches, improving his footwork, decision-making, and ability to throw under pressure. By the time his senior year arrived, the results spoke for themselves. Jayden shattered multiple school records at Cajon High School, including career passing touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, and all-purpose yards. His name was now etched in the program's history, and his impact would be felt long after he graduated. The college offers that once seemed uncertain were now undeniable. Schools that had initially questioned his size were now lining up to recruit him. He had proven his worth, not just with numbers, but with his heart, his leadership, and his relentless drive to succeed. Jayden's high school career had been a journey of resilience, proving that talent alone isn't enough. It's the will to outwork, outthink, and outlast the competition that truly sets a player apart. As he prepared for the next chapter of his football career, one thing was clear: Jayden was no longer an underdog. He was a rising star, ready to take on whatever challenges lay ahead. With an outstanding high school career behind him, Jaden Daniels faced a new challenge: college recruitment. His impressive performances at Cajon High School had drawn national attention, and by the time he graduated, more than 25 colleges had expressed interest in signing him. However, despite his exceptional skill set, doubts about his physique remained. Standing 6 feet 3 inches but weighing only around 185 pounds, many experts questioned whether he had the durability to withstand the physical demands of college football, especially in a highly competitive conference. Regardless of the skepticism, Jayden never wavered in his self-belief. The recruitment process was intense, involving campus visits, calls from coaches, and strategic meetings. But for Jayden, it wasn't just about joining a top-tier program. It was about finding the right environment to grow both as an athlete and as a person. After careful consideration, Jayden decided to commit to Arizona State University, ASU. The Sun Devils, led by head coach Herm Edwards, had immense confidence in him. What made ASU stand out was their willingness to let Jayden compete for the starting quarterback position as a freshman, rather than having him sit on the bench and learn from the sidelines. ASU's offensive system also complemented Jayden's playing style, allowing him to capitalize on his speed, quick decision-making, and pinpoint passing. Beyond football, Jayden felt a strong connection with ASU's coaching staff. They didn't just see him as a talented prospect, but as a long-term investment. They were committed to helping him become stronger, smarter, and more mature, both on and off the field. From the moment he arrived at ASU, Jayden was under immense pressure. Unlike many freshmen who typically sit out their first year to gain experience, he earned the starting quarterback role right away, an achievement few first-year players accomplish at a Power 5 school. In his debut game against Kent State, Jayden made an immediate impact. He played with poise and confidence, throwing 2 touchdown passes and rushing for another, leading ASU to a convincing victory. Fans quickly rallied behind him, and analysts took notice, reevaluating their initial concerns about his size. However, the season was far from easy. Competing in the Pac-12 conference meant facing some of the nation's toughest teams. ASU had moments of brilliance, but also encountered significant challenges against elite opponents. The team finished the season with a 5-5 record, and while Jayden had several standout performances, he also faced criticism for inconsistencies in his play. Once again, doubts about his physical resilience resurfaced. Instead of letting the criticism shake his confidence, Jayden used it as motivation. He spent extra hours analyzing game footage, breaking down every throw, every read, and every minor mistake. He worked closely with his coaches to refine his field vision and decision-making. In the weight room, he trained harder than ever, determined to prove that he had the physical toughness to excel at the highest level. Though his freshman season had its ups and downs, Jayden had successfully cemented himself as ASU's leader. No longer just a promising newcomer, he was now the face of the program, ready to take his game to even greater heights. As Jayden entered his sophomore year, he was determined to silence the critics. But then, the COVID-19 pandemic struck, shutting down the entire college football season. Jayden's dreams of showcasing his talent were put on hold, and he had to adapt to a new reality. The uncertainty surrounding the season weighed heavily on players and coaches alike, and many wondered how the pandemic would impact their careers. When the season resumed, Jayden was eager to prove himself. However, his performance in the limited games was not what he had hoped for. He struggled with consistency, and ASU faced an NCAA investigation regarding recruiting violations. The scandal rocked the program, leading to significant turnover in the coaching staff. Jayden found himself in a difficult position, navigating the turmoil while trying to focus on his game. Despite these challenges, Jayden remained committed to his development. He worked tirelessly to improve his skills, studying film and practicing with teammates. By the end of the season, he had shown glimpses of his potential, but the stats weren't as impressive as he had hoped. He finished the season with a mixed bag of performances, and doubts about his future began to resurface. In December 2021, Jayden made a pivotal decision. He announced he would be transferring to LSU. The news sent shockwaves through the college football world. Fans were divided. Some were excited about his potential at a powerhouse program, while others were angry about his departure from ASU. The backlash was intense, but Jayden was determined to start fresh and prove himself in the SEC. Arriving at LSU, Jayden faced a new set of challenges. The SEC is known for its fierce competition and tough defenses, and many wondered if he could handle the pressure. However, Jayden was ready to embrace the challenge. He quickly acclimated to the new environment, and his work ethic impressed coaches and teammates alike. In his first year at LSU, Jayden made an immediate impact. He showcased his dual-threat ability, combining passing and rushing skills in a way that left defenders scrambling. He led the Tigers to several victories, including an impressive win over Alabama, a game that solidified his status as a rising star. His performance earned him accolades and respect from fans and analysts alike. Jayden's numbers were eye-popping during his time at LSU. He threw for over 3,000 yards, racked up 40 touchdowns, and had only 4 interceptions in his final season. His completion percentage soared to over 72%, and he became a key player in the Tigers' offensive scheme. The combination of his passing ability and rushing threat made him a nightmare for defenses, and he quickly became one of the most talked-about quarterbacks in college football. As the season progressed, Jayden continued to break records and set new standards for quarterback play. He achieved milestones that no other quarterback in FBS history had accomplished, including throwing for at least 350 yards while also rushing for at least 200 yards in a single game. His performance against Florida was particularly memorable, where he broke an SEC record with 606 all-purpose yards, leaving fans and analysts in awe. By the end of the season, Jayden's name was in the conversation for the prestigious Heisman Trophy. His journey from a doubted high school player to a Heisman contender was nothing short of remarkable. He had proven himself on the biggest stage, and NFL scouts were taking notice. After a stellar college career, Jaden Daniels declared for the NFL draft, and anticipation surrounding his selection was palpable. The draft came, and Jayden was selected second overall by the Washington Commanders. The moment was surreal for him. He had worked tirelessly to reach this point, and now he was ready to take on the challenge of the professional league. Jayden's rookie season was filled with excitement and pressure. The NFL is a different beast, and he quickly learned that every game is a battle. However, he embraced the challenge, showcasing the skills that had made him a star in college. His first game in the NFL was a statement performance, throwing for multiple touchdowns and leading his team to victory. As the season progressed, Jayden continued to impress. He was breaking records left and right, including the highest completion percentage for a rookie in a single game. His ability to read defenses and make quick decisions set him apart from other quarterbacks. Fans were thrilled to watch him play, and the excitement around his potential was palpable. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Jayden faced tough opponents and challenging situations, but he remained resilient. He learned from his mistakes and continued to grow as a player. His ability to adapt and evolve was a testament to his character and work ethic. As Jayden's rookie season progressed, the NFL community began to take notice of his potential. Analysts praised his poise in the pocket, his accuracy, and his ability to make plays under pressure. Jayden was quickly becoming one of the most exciting young quarterbacks in the league, and comparisons to established stars began to surface. Despite the praise, there were still lingering concerns about his size and durability. Critics wondered if he could withstand the physical toll of the NFL, especially considering the injuries that often plague smaller quarterbacks. However, Jayden was determined to silence the doubters. He worked closely with trainers and coaches to improve his strength and conditioning, ensuring he was prepared for the rigors of the league. As he entered the offseason, Jayden focused on refining his skills further. He studied film, worked on his mechanics, and spent time with veteran players to learn from their experiences. His commitment to improvement was evident, and fans were excited to see how he would develop in the coming seasons. The future looked bright for Jaden Daniels. He had overcome countless obstacles to reach this point, and there was no doubt that he had the talent and determination to succeed. As he continued to grow as a player, the question remained, how far could he go in the NFL? Jaden Daniels' journey from a skinny kid facing medical hurdles to a celebrated NFL rookie is nothing short of inspiring. His story serves as a reminder that perseverance and hard work can defy the odds. Jayden's determination to succeed, coupled with his incredible talent, has set him on a path to greatness. As we watch his career unfold, one question remains. What heights will Jayden reach next? With his work ethic, skill set, and the lessons he's learned along the way, the sky is the limit for this young quarterback. Whether he continues to break records or faces new challenges, one thing is for sure. Jaden Daniels is a name we'll be hearing for years to come. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Jaden Daniels' remarkable story. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and check out our other content as we explore more incredible stories from the world of sports.